Good morning, world.
Good morning, world.
All right, guys. I'm going to read a comment first because it's going to lead us into our video for the day. So, we had a lot of these on High Ren and on the Screech Jenny trilogy. One person, at Ryan Williams 5017, says, now it's time for Ren's newest drop, Sick Boy. Another crazy, amazing song. Definitely should be your next reaction.
Okay.
And then at IS-I8114, that's an interesting name. I absolutely adore Ren. He's got a new one called Sick Boy, which is amazing, along with a not so popular but personal favorite you should check out called Dominoes, which just hits hard. Well, we're going to hit Sick Boy.
All right, you guys stay tuned. Looking forward to it. We love Ren. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. Okay, we're going to get right into this, but first, a little pandering. We would like you to buy a hat.
To support our channel.
Yes, well, not only to support our channel, because we want you visible out there, so people will go, who's that? What's that on your head?
Yes. What's that black guy and that white guy doing on that? Are you guys trying to
Unity.
show unity?
Unity.
That or go in the links. We have lots of links. You can help support us and help yourself. One of it's Patriot Supply, so check it out.
All right, good stuff.
All right, you ready?
I've been reading about this a lot in the comments.
Yeah, so we've had lots. If I left you out, I'm sorry, but we've had tons of comments when we hit Ren because Ren is blowing up, which I'm so happy because he's so talented. So we're gonna check Sick Boy. He spells boy B-O-I. Boy, Sick Boy.
I'm an old guy. I don't know that much, but when you spell that way, tell me that I'm wrong. Please do. I think that means that there's some type of gender fluidity going on. So if you're born a physical male, you can identify as a female, or if you're kind of a butch female, you can identify as a male. So it's kind of a boy. I could be completely off base. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I heard. And I'm going to pin that one comment so the other 50 people don't have to explain it to me.
All right, here we go.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Okay, it was hard to hear because of the drums coming in.
Right.
But she said basically your minds can make you sick. Your mind can make you sick.
Yes, I believe that wholeheartedly.
And another thing too, and I've read this on Ren, he's smoking this clip, but I heard that he gave up smoking, which is good for him because with his bad health, that's...
I almost sneezed.
Oh,
sorry.
COVID?
Okay, no. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so again, this kind of goes back to many of his videos. This one he's actually sitting with a clinician or a doctor or something. Very stark setting here. He likes to use this type of lighting, which is really cool, by the way.
I like the pace of the music and the fact that he was just kind of, you can see he was anxious. He's just breathing heavy. He's like, I don't know what's going on. My mind, my physicality, everything's just going crazy. And
I think if you look there, it looks like she's got pills in front of her. So that goes back to his Chalk Out Lines. If you haven't seen that incredible song, we did a review on that. So let's.
And I should say it's pretty hot.
Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Oh, it's a big hit again.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. TV.
Wow.
Okay, we're hitting the same thing, but his use of rhythm is so good.
Right.
You got that doom, and he'd go, sick boy, sick. Oh, just good stuff.
Yeah, and and this is, you've seen this so evident, especially in our school system today. It's like, well, you're feeling a little down, here's a pill for that.
Yeah.
You're feeling this way, here's a pill for that.
Then they talk about the side effects.
And the side effects will be worse than when you originally were.
And then I'm going to go back to this. I brought this up a while ago because I see people in my office, and this young person came in, went to the medical doctor because she was having acne. Mm-hmm. They gave her tetracycline, which is an antibiotic. Antibiotics kill your normal gut flora. So then she had acid reflux. So now she was on tetracycline, and she was on, I forget the pill, the purple pill for acid reflux. That caused something out, digestive issues. She needed something like that. This poor girl, because of acne, was on 5 pills, and then finally she just had to cleanse out of all of it. I mean, tell me, where's the money? Yeah. Show me the money. They just create this money trail so people they have acne, and instead of going through it like we all had to go through it as teenagers, they put this person on a bunch of medications that probably led to mental issues.
Yeah. Well, you hear it in all the commercials that you see it on TV, and it says it cures acne. And then you hear the narrator go through, like, it may cause this diarrhea, right? And that's true about antidepressants. I mean, nothing makes you more depressed than antidepressants.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
Well, to go back to that, I've never understood the pig. And I'm not into horror movies, but wasn't there someone like that was in the movie Saw? I don't do horror movies, so that's out of my genre. But if you guys know what what the pig symbolizes, please let us know. But and is that Ren seen the pig kind of flashing?
I don't know. And it's also done syncopated with the music. And again, I don't know. I just forgot his name. Is it Sam, the one who does a lot of his videography, and he also sings with? Nobody mentions that, especially on, I think it was not Valerie. What was it? There's Screech, Jenny, and Violet. On Violet's Tale, it was like a single camera shot the whole way around. I mean, the video was so good too, and it's just that the blinking lights. Sorry, man.
Rewind it just a little bit because I know I interrupted it there.
The exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out.
So there's the pig. I just, so I don't forget this. I'm old. I'll forget if I don't stop it. The child's voices in the background are so good too.
Yes.
I don't know if he just bought those because I know you can buy some background stuff, or he hired some kids, but it just creates a mood.
Well, to me, it has that, because we're old heads, like I always say, that Nightmare on Elm Street vibe.
Yeah, just...
You hear the kids in the background who have been eaten by Freddy, or just killed by Freddy, rather.
Yeah, so this is very different. We've done all the songs where he's playing guitar, so this is more Tom McDonald-ish, where he's bringing in beats and stuff, but these are interesting. The toms and stuff in this one is kind of cool.
In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's it. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the big boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing...
Oh, so he's turning this into an industry thing. Mm-hmm. They're signing stuff, and he's talking about the music industry. Interesting change up here.
Yeah, I love that line there. He said he's staring at the doctor and looking down. And he goes, "I'm the virus. You're the virus. So we're kind of making each other sick."
Yeah.
You know, everybody has something going on, and we're all just making each other ill.
Wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
So different.
And you wonder with his autoimmune disease, what type of medication is he on? What is he taking? And it's just a way for him to kind of purge what he's feeling through his art of music.
Yeah, I think he's probably went on that journey at first, take all the pills because you don't know what else to do. Mm-hmm. But now I think he's really getting help. He went and he came to the United States and he had some stem cell stuff. Now he's in Canada. We learned from you guys, thank you, that he's getting some treatment in Canada for Lyme disease. So he talks at the beginning that he got bitten by a tick. So you get Lyme disease from ticks, and a lot of people get misdiagnosed with when they didn't know about Lyme disease, and it causes a lot of havoc on the body. Now, I don't know if the Lyme disease causes the mental stuff because of the breakdown, or if all the drugs that they put him on cause the mental issues. Maybe both. Probably like everything, nothing's simple. There's always a combination. That's good. I mean, it's very different because the first ones we did on Ren, I mean, high Ren, that sets a bar. Mm-hmm. I mean, some people are calling it the Bohemian Rhapsody of our time, just because it's so different.
That's deep.
Yeah. And then I think the trilogy with Violet's Tale and Jenny and Screech, that story was so good. This is different. It was a little harder to understand because it did have all the drums in it. But it still was impactful.
Yeah. I forget which video we did. We did the reaction to one of his songs, and when we were reacting to it, you made a comment about going through what you went through and
Chalk Outlines, I think.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you go through, going back to the beginning of the song, is like whatever is going on in your mind will manifest itself physically and make you sick. And although I'm not a big computer guy, it's that old acronym back in the day when we talked about GIGO, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So whatever you're taking in, whatever you're feeling like, that's going to manifest itself in a physical fashion. And I remember my mom telling me this a long time ago, especially in the Midwest. For those of you who live in the Midwest, you can confirm this. There are signs in there during heavy snowstorms. I know Texas is going through that now. And it says, be careful what rut you're traveling in. You're going to be in it for a while, because I guess these snow trucks come and they make ruts.
Yeah, and you just fall
on. And you fall on. And they said, be careful which rut you're in, because once you get in it, you're going to be in it for a while.
Right.
And so he's saying the same thing. It's like, be careful how you're thinking, because if you're not strong enough to get out of it, you can be in there for a while and it can make you sick.
Yeah. And going back to, just because like I told you guys before, I've gone through this a couple times, some pretty good depression. And it's hard to explain to people that haven't gone through it, because something does happen in your mind where you can't just say, okay, I'm going to be happy and pretend to be happy. When I said that, I wasn't being flippant. You have to practice, like with anything, and I brought it up like practicing the guitar. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to be happy today and be happy. It doesn't work that day. There were many days that you didn't want to get out of bed. But you practice and you practice and you practice, and hopefully by the grace of God, you pull yourself out without having to go through all the drugs. And maybe sometimes you need a kickstart, you need a catalyst, but then hopefully you can just work your way out of it, and where you won't need the drugs. I'm not saying some people need the drugs. I knew, and I think I talked about this, my ex-brother-in-law's brother was a schizophrenic. If he wasn't on his drugs, you couldn't really be around him. He got violent and all kinds of stuff. So some people do have brain chemistry that needs to be tweaked. But it's just kind of like I hate to bring this up, kind of like the transgender thing. There are that 0.1% or whatever it is that truly have dysphoria. They have gender dysphoria. But right now, when you're seeing 40% of kids in school saying that they're part of the LGBTQ, you know there's a social contagion, and they're just doing it because it's there. Sometimes with mental illness, you get led down this path and you start to believe it, and you really don't have the wrong chemicals in your brain. You've just been believing this either by watching too much news or too much social media, where you're leading yourself into mental illness, and you don't need those drugs, and you need to change course. But you do have that small percentage that you do need the drugs. So I'm not saying all drugs are bad, just like anything, but like most things, like the person who had acne that got started on these 5 drugs, the majority of people don't need the drugs that are on. Save it for the people that actually need it.
Right. Good point. Which brings back to what I said earlier, BOI, you said this being a social contagion. Maybe this song has a little bit to do with that as well. You know, he's a sick boy. Am I a boy? Am I really a girl? Am I a girl who thinks he's a boy? Again, I am reaching. If Cedric is wrong, please let me know vehemently in the comment section. I know you will.
I was just thinking maybe because he has that Cockney accent from outside of London, and boy or something.
Sick boy.
I don't know.
Did you know
I'm
the
sure you guys are going to tell
boy?
us because you let us know.
Or maybe he's a fan of Flavor Flav. For those of you who know what Flavor Flav is, you can relate to that. All right. Once again, thank you guys. I don't know who. I think this person had a series of numbers in their username.
You are old.
I know. But
there was more than these two.
Yeah, like Brian said earlier, there was at least 60 or 70 people that said you got to do "Sick Boy" by Ren, and so me and Brian said let's do "Sick Boy" by Ren. You guys appreciate that. Keep sending the comments. Keep sending the suggestions. We appreciate it. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell and continue sharing our channel with everyone you know. All right, guys, we appreciate you, respect you, and we thank you so much for supporting us. Until next time, I'm Cedric. And I'm
As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain?